If you're anything like me and you bank with Capital One, you're probably sitting here wondering, where is your money? So I bank with Capital One and I've been waiting for my check for 2 days. I get early pay deposit. So I was expecting my check on Wednesday. All right. Today is Friday. I'm looking for my money. I've been refreshing the articles online, seeing what's this issue, what's holding up deposits. And then I come to find out there's some sort of power outage, as they claim, that's been holding up everyone's deposits. So I'm gonna just read this article from USA Today, and it kind of gives an update on what customers can expect as far as getting their paycheck. Capital One gives update on deposit issues as customers demand answers. This is today, approximately 1:32 p.m. Days after Capital One customers began reporting issues getting their paychecks and accessing other account features, some customers are still in the dark. Capital One said in a statement to USA Today Friday morning that the company is working closely with its third party vendor to resolve the issue. Okay. Now, I was reading in a different article. This so called third party vendor is located in Jacksonville, Florida. And I'm like, I'm right in Florida. I really want to go figure out what's going on. Like, can you just front me the check and then, take it out on the next one? I don't know. But it's Friday, man. I got things to do, I got things to pay. This ain't right. Hold on. System restoration is underway, but not yet fully operational. The statement read, "We apologize to our customers for this continued inconvenience." Prior to Friday's statement, Capital One said the company was having issues making deposits and processing payments for some consumers, small businesses, and commercial banks. So this is a pretty wide issue. It's not just people expecting their checks. It's businesses, commercial banks. So this is affecting, I would imagine, in the millions of people all across the world, all across the country, at least. People who bank with Capital One. So, look, I am a little bit annoyed and frustrated, but just to know that it's not personal, I guess it makes me feel a little bit. Nah, I still don't feel better. I still want my money, Capital One. Quit playing with us. USA Today contacted FIS Global, Capital One service provider, involved in the outage on Friday morning. FIS Global said it has restored access to the applications impacted by the power outage. I hadn't heard about a power outage. I live in Florida. I mean, it's not hurricane season. I don't know if it was a data breach, somebody hacked the system, or if it was a legit power outage. It's not even like raining this time of the year down here like that. So I don't really know what the issue is, but I just find it very strange that Capital One has been in the news for other things this week, and we'll get to that in just a moment. The company said it is working with impacted clients to finalize transactions submitted while systems were offline. The company said most or all of that processing should be done Friday. Users began reporting issues Thursday just after 9 a.m. Friday. Nearly 4,000 customers have reported issues over the past 24 hours. According to Down Detector, most reports, 91%, were about deposits. I find that a bit strange, to be honest with you, that people began reporting issues on Thursday because, like I said, I normally get paid on Wednesday. So there had to have been some sort of like contact being made between people who hadn't got their early pay from Wednesday prior to Thursday. I just find that a little bit strange. It sounds like they just finally put out a statement on Thursday because the amount of people that were on their ass about this, it got to be a bit too much for them to ignore. I'm being a bit cynical, but I can't really give them the benefit of the doubt. This week, Capital One shared a statement on X, formerly Twitter, about the outage. "We know it's important to have your money when you need it, so we apologize for any inconvenience this is causing, and we appreciate your patience while we work to get this resolved," the company posted Thursday afternoon. The post prompted customers to flood the profile with demand for answers. "What is there to fix?" one customer responded, wanting to know why the resolution is taking so long. "My money hasn't come through since Wednesday." I have to pay my bleeping mortgage. I have to pay for gasoline. I have to feed my children. I called and was hung up on after inputting all my information. Something is very wrong. See, that's the thing. Like, once you have so many people affected by this type of situation, people got, bills and kids to feed. And, on one hand, you could say, hey, this is why you got to save for a rainy day. But at the end of the day, hey, man, America, people live paycheck to paycheck. That's just what it is. So you can't put it back on the people that they live paycheck to paycheck. It's their check, they earned it. The company responded to another customer and called the problem a temporary issue. But customers had a rebuttal, noting that the issue has been going on for 3 days. Others chose to call the company out publicly with a sprinkle of sarcasm. What's in your wallet? One ex user said or asked, alluding to the company's slogan, nothing if you bank with Capital One. I mean, that's just kind of what it is. That's just what it is. I'm about to pull up this Twitter post. Oh, they quoting bots. Get the fuck out of here. See, this is why journalism is so bad nowadays. These niggas out here quoting bots. Anyway, let me find that other article I saw about Capital One. Um, yeah, let me go with Business Insider. Capital One is having a tough week. They definitely are, to say the least. On Tuesday, the CFPB sued Capital One, accusing the company of cheating customers out of $2 billion in interest, with a B, billion. On Wednesday, the company's business account holders faced a system outage, which continued into Friday. Capital One shares have still managed to climb, with the stock up almost 10% for the week. Hey, that's great for you, but how about the rest of us? um, so they write here, it's been a tough week for Capital One with the lawsuit and system outage hitting back to back as other big U.S. banks enjoy positive headlines around stellar fourth quarter earnings. I can imagine all of these shareholders from these banks. They're probably sitting there laughing at these conference tables. That's why I have Vanguard. Oh, you with Capital One. Loser. So I don't know. I'm starting to feel like I'm on the outside looking in with this situation. On Tuesday, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau sued the bank, accusing it of cheating millions of customers out of $2 billion in interest. The CFPB claims the company promised customers that its signature 360 savings account provided one of the best and highest interest rates, but froze that rate at a low level even as rates rose around the country. So that's definitely false advertisement, false practice. That's something I've kind of learned a little bit about in college. You have to, I mean, in my journalism class, you have to be careful about printing false advertisements in articles. You can definitely be sued for things like that. I mean, but that's just common sense. You can't go around, having people sign up for these accounts and then they're not getting the reward that you're promising comes along with it. At the same time, Capital One created a nearly identical product called 360 Performance Savings, which paid out significantly more interest, more than 14 times the 360 savings rate at one point, the lawsuit claims. It sounds like they don't have smart people running the shit there. They don't know when the power outages is going to allow people to get their money. They don't know. They got people sitting here making up, oh, this one's going to be a 360 performance savings. This one's just going to be a 360 savings. It's like, you think people going to read between the lines? Most people don't fucking distinguish shit like that. They just sign up for shit like 360 savings. All right, cool. Oh, 4.5% yield interest. Yes. Oh, wait, I had the 360 savings. I didn't have the 360 performance savings. Why didn't you tell me it wasn't the performance? Like, and then on top of that, like, at least where I live in Florida, I've not seen any Capital One. I maybe only seen one like bank, like where you can go inside and talk to somebody. The rest of it is mostly like mobile, and you can make your deposits anywhere, like Walgreens and CVS if you have cash. So I don't know. It does feel a lot of missteps happening. Um, the CFPB says the bank kept 360 savings account holders in the dark, about the new product, failing to notify them about the better paying accounts and resulting in billions in potential lost interest payments. The CFPB is suing Capital One for cheating families out of billions of dollars on their save. I feel like I just read the same sentence like 5 times. Like they really hammering this point home. Like you cheated, you cheated. I sound like Kendrick on Meet the Grams because you lied about your savings. You lied about that yield interest. You lied about them dividends. Like I'm starting to think Kendrick Ghost wrote this article or something. Like maybe his check ain't come either. um, in a statement to Business Insider, a spokesperson for the bank said, "We are deeply disappointed to see the CFPB continue its recent pattern of filing 11th hour lawsuits ahead of a change in administration. We strongly disagree with their claims and will vigorously defend ourselves in court." Well, you know what, bruh? Whoever said this, I strongly disagree with the fact that my money is not my account, and you guys are keep saying it's gonna be here Thursday, it's gonna be here Friday. I disagree. I don't want to have to see you in court. I just want my money. It's my money, and I need it now. Where's JG Wentworth when you need him? Our flagship 360 performance. See, now I'm going to read it from the standpoint of these deceptive ass practices. Our flagship 360 performance savings product was marketed widely, including on national television, with the simplest and most transparent terms in the industry. Batteries not included. That's that's basically how they read this. Like that's basically how they advertised it. You know, when you watch those commercials and it's like a 1-800 and they just start talking super fast. And then at the end, they'd be like, batteries not included. Like, what? Like, interest not included. Like, okay. Added to the bank's troubles this week, business account holders faced, and we just read all of this, faced a widespread system outage starting Wednesday, continuing to Friday. The disruption impacted the bank's ability to process deposits, payments, and transfers, including direct deposit. At 12:47 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday, there were over 3,000 reports of outages, with most regarding issues with deposits. It got to be way more than 3,000 because I can't be just one of the 3,000. I'm not that special. I want to be like one in a million or something. I don't want to be in the minority of outages. Like at least like everybody suffer with me. I feel a little better. The company says the outage was a result of a technical issue with one of its service providers. Sounds like you shouldn't be using that service provider anymore. Sounds like somebody need to get fired or somebody need to get publicly humiliated or something. You know, something got to happen. Somebody got to be accountable. Somebody got to become a meme for me to feel better and my check. We're working closely with our provider to resolve this issue and yada yada yada. And then they go back into their stocks rising. It's like, you know what? This makes me think they're doing all this shit so the stocks can rise. Like because normally when company, and this is just from what I know, I'm not giving anybody stock advice or anything like that, but even with Starbucks as a company to use as an example, what I know is that when companies are undergoing a lot of turmoil and they start to like make changes at the top with the CEO and stuff, like as soon as they bring in a new person, the stocks do shoot up, like because it gives the investors and the shareholders like newfound hope again. Like, oh shit, we cashing in out with the old and with the new. Let's put our chips here for this particular quarter or whatever. And I feel like, are they setting a play up to do the same with Capital One? Like, let's sabotage whoever's in an office now and get them out the way. And we're making money on the back end either way with these stocks. I'm shit. When I get my check, I'm getting me some Capital One stocks. About that, in case this shit ever happen again. Like, everybody else gonna be suffering. I'm like, hey man, my stocks, man. I ain't tripping. They can have my check, my stocks. you know. Other big banks like Wells Fargo, Citi, and JP Morgan have posted similarly large gains for the week after reporting strong earnings. Capital One will report results for the final quarter of 2024 on January 21st. I'm gonna check on January 21st to see how these stocks looking. Like, bruh, that's it. I just wanted to comment on this Capital One situation because I was just like, man, what is happening? Uh, it's more important matters going on in the world, yes, but this is a very important matter. Money is essential to everything we do in society. So hopefully, this is an issue that can get resolved quickly and without hassle. So we'll see. Peace.